I'm trying way too hard to look like my profile picture. How'd I do? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Tuesday topic video. The last couple of weeks I've been listening to a lot of Grace Helbig's podcast. It's a very good way to spend my drives to and from work. So I was listening to an episode last week and somehow football came up. And Grace was saying how she and Hannah have come to the realization that if you strip it down to its bare bones, it's essentially just a bunch of millionaires running around hugging each other and falling down. Like, that's just hilarious. So, of course, my mind goes off on its own tangent and is wandering and wandering. So eventually I got to the point where I was like, what could I change about some of my favorite sports or some of the top most well-known popular sports to make them more hilarious than they already are? So how this is gonna work is I'm going to take some sports and I'm going to make 3 changes to each of those sports. I'll make a wardrobe change, I will make an equipment change, and I will make a rule/component of the game change. Also, I'm pretty sure I just created an awesome party game for you and your friends, so you're welcome. I'm a cool adult. Adult AF. Let's go! We're talking American football here, but how funny would it be to have these football players wear German lederhosen? You know what I'm talking about, those big overall jumpsuity type of things with the shorts and all that. I would change the game to where a touchdown could only be scored if the ball carrier was carried over the goal line. So guy carrying ball being carried by guy. These guys are gonna hate me. But just picture it. German lederhosen, they're not even German dudes. They're not even German dudes. It's just becoming a German thing for some reason. But I imagine that with this whole thing, people are gonna be so excited if they actually achieve this new touchdown scenario. The guy scoops up the guy that's already carrying the ball and crosses the line and everybody gets so excited. The announcer is like, touchdown! And then the dudes are all like,
there's a garden, what a garden.
Then for an equipment change, see, I feel like this is kind of a common thought, but I would really just like the ball to be a watermelon. It'd probably make a funny noise. Plus, when you're driving down the highway and you see one of those watermelon trucks, and you'd be like, oh, yep, must be a shipment for the NFL. Wonder the Bears got a game today? Cleveland Browns? Leotards and tutus are always hilarious. They put them on dogs, they put them on pigs. Basically, they're funny on tiny animals, but also probably on grown men. So I would make basketball players wear tutus and leotards. Plus, just imagine how graceful they would look going in for a dunk or setting up for a 3-point shot and just being like, ooh, 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 ooh. I mean, that music would play too naturally. That being said, the aspect of the game that I would change would be that plies become a fundamental part of the shot. Foul shots, jump shots, all the shots.
LeBron, quit squaring up to the basket, you look like an idiot. Get your toes pointed out, and when you jump, I want to see full extension. You're a swan princess, Bron. Think of yourself as a swan princess.
There really isn't a bunch of equipment required for basketball, so let's add some beer goggles. Imagine all those players running around like a bunch of drunks. And also, since I already made it to where they're supposed to be really graceful, that will totally work against them. When I think of baseball as the great American pastime, I automatically picture black and white photos of dudes in pinstriped pants and shirts or whatever, all everybody wears hats still. Baseball caps are that's the thing that's been worn forever. So all the baseball players have to wear propeller hats. Because think about it. Think about it!
It's spinning on top of me?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I would change the game so that you get additional points for where you hit the ball. So where it's placed. So maybe you get 10 points for hitting it to left field, and the field will be marked with different areas. See, now everything's going from being straight just torture to being a mini game from Mario Baseball.
Here we go!
Ooh, okay, for an equipment change for baseball, I would make the gloves those Velcro paddles, with like the tennis ball or like the sticky ball that sticks to the Velcro paddles, and you throw it back in. Like, you know what I'm talking about, 90s kids. There's like ball, stick, when you like pull it off, you know? Golf is always so freaking proper. So I would make it like the opposite of that and make it really barbaric. Equipment wise, I want to make like the golf ball will be like a stone or a pebble, and then the golf club will be like a caveman club, like a wooden club. Then as a component of the game or like a rule change, I would make it to where you can't just go buy your equipment at like Dick's Sporting Goods down the road. No, you have to get your caveman hairy butt out into the woods and hunt and gather. We're hunting and gathering now. You have to get your own rock, pebble thing to hit and like whittle your own club. To me, it really like beefs up the sport and just makes it more like, I don't know, something's just more honest and like real about it. Whatever you find and you make, that's your stuff that you use and what determines how your game goes. Uniform wise, we're gonna get caveman on it. We're gonna go with like those like one shoulder, like Flintstone-y leopard print. I might watch golf now. Who knows the guy that's in charge of golf? Soccer? Okay, here we go. I'm excited about this one. Okay, so you have the original soccer ball, and that splits into 2 balls every time that it's kicked. What? Like, the only way you can actually score is by kicking that original ball through the goal, and the original ball would have some sort of sensor that it would be detected when it went through the goal. So a guy could kick in one of the balls that split off from it and it wouldn't be a goal. And he'd probably be really frustrated by that, which I feel a little bit bad about.
And I also feel bad because I'm taking a game that's already very frustrating and stressful and low scoring, and I'm making it even more difficult to score. But it's just gonna be straight chaos because there are gonna be balls flying everywhere and there'll be like zero structure to the game. And you just don't know if you're kicking the right ball in until you do. But just imagine the emotion and how exciting it would be when somebody did kick the correct original ball into the goal, and it senses it with the little sensor thing, and it like flashes up on the big screen, and everybody's go!
Or whatever they do when soccer scores happen. It's like an equipment change, but not really, but kind of. It actually kind of changes the entire game. So it's like an all-in-one package. And I'm just not even gonna make a uniform change or wardrobe change because the rest of it's just that good. Yeah, so those are the sports: football, baseball, basketball, golf, and soccer. And those are the things I would change about them. If you have some other sports that you would like to change things about them and you think it would make them more hilarious, or you want to add some things or change some things about what I said, leave me some comments down below and tell me what you think. Give your input. Play the game with me. Alright guys, that's a wrap. So thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Those of you who have, thank you very much. I'm up to 146 now, and I feel like I was just at 100 like yesterday, except that's not true, but it feels like that. You guys are awesome. Thank you, thank you. Please like, share, all those things that I always have to say that I always forget how to say them. Anyway, I will see you Thursday for the weekly vlog.